Welcome back. It's hour number 4 from Toyota of Hollywood. Yes, 1841 North State Road 7 here in Hollywood. Come on by and get a great deal on an automobile. Over 1,500 vehicles in stock right now, cars and trucks. 400,000 square foot. You need a lot of square feet to, stash 1,500 cars and trucks. So that's why they do it. Tell them that Big O sent you. They will take care of you at Toyota of Hollywood. You saw Kyle Rudolph's catch, right, where he pushed off and made that touchdown, right?
I can't believe that they didn't make the call. His arm couldn't get any further extended, okay?
Right. So, no doubt that was a big play in the game. So Kyle Rudolph, after the game, was approached by a member of the media who asked for his gloves for a charity event. So they were going to obviously raffle it off, and the proceeds would go to charity, so you'd do it for a good cause. Problem is, it didn't turn out that way, and Kyle Rudolph ended up getting pissed. And I got to tell you something. Personally, I'm pissed. And I'll tell you why. Vikings tight end took to Twitter on Wednesday to report that a media member has sold his receiving gloves on eBay. They were the gloves he used during the Vikings' dramatic wildcard win over the Saints. Rudolph alleges that the unnamed media member had requested the gloves for a charity benefit, but instead had sold them for a profit. The tight end who caught the game-winning touchdown in Sunday's game agreed to give up the gloves for a good cause, even signed them. Here's what Rudolph had to say. So here's the Twitter post. I saw this. It's disappointing. A guy by the name of Nate Baustad sent Rudolph a tweet. It says, you probably already heard this, but looks like someone sold your gloves from the Saints playoff game on eBay already. Hope they didn't deceive you for a quick buck. Rudolph responds, I saw this. It's disappointing. A member of the media in the locker room after the game asked if he could have my gloves for a charity benefit. So I said, of course I will, and I'll even sign them for you. Well, he got me. Sold on eBay 3 days later. Now, pretty awful, right? I mean, personally for me, I hope they fire the media member, and I hope he never gets an opportunity to be a media member again, because we all know you're not supposed to ask for autographs. We all know you're not supposed, like if I can get something that's autographed, but if I get it, it's not going to be for me. I'm going to get it because I'm going to give it away on the show. I'm going to give it away for charity, all that stuff. I am going to work on stuff actually in Vegas. NorCal and myself, we're going to have a bunch of giveaways during those 3 days. Autograph stuff that we're going to be giving away, just so you'll know. But media members, you're not supposed to do that. And, dude, you know how this – okay. Let's say you just kept it for yourself. That's one thing. It's pretty dirty, not right. You know, you said you were going to do it for charity, but you actually sold it for money for yourself? That's disgusting. I hope that dude or woman gets exposed because it makes the rest of us look pretty bad. Now, the story gets better. That's the beauty of all of this. So while we have a scummy media member that grabs the gloves for profit, okay? This moves on. The guy that bought the gloves, his name is Jason King. Kingy1940 is his Twitter handle if you want to know, because he's a cool dude, bro. He tweets back to Kyle Rudolph. He says, I'm the guy who bought them. I will gladly donate to charity of your choice. How about that, dude? How about that? The guy spent the money on gloves. He's probably a fan. He's probably a Vikes fan. He's cherishing that moment. He's got the gloves. He's loving life that he's got this. So, Kyle Rudolph answers back. Kyle Rudolph, I'm already a big Kyle Rudolph fan, by the way. Okay, I don't know the guy, but already I love his reaction. And then you want to top it off? Here we go. Hey, Jason, really cool of you to do this. At UMN Children's. That's the charity he wants to put it. We'll greatly appreciate it. And I will make sure to get you my pair from this weekend's game. How about that? So Jason King,
that's so awesome.
Jason King is doing something selfless because he spent his money on those gloves. But then he sees that he bought those gloves, and it's not his fault because he didn't know this, but he bought them in not the right light. So he was willing to make a charitable donation with those gloves because that's what it was supposed to be used for in the process. And then Kyle is going to reward him because he's being classy. Kyle now takes it to another level. That's, you know what? That's pretty cool, man. And by the way, UMN Children says, we're overwhelmed by the support by Rudolph's fans showing us on Twitter tonight. If you'd like to help out, here's a link, and they've got it there. So you can check out the story on your own if you want. But I found it really, really cool that you would do something like that. And then I also find it really, really scummy that a media member would actually do something like that. And something that's made for charity, or you say that you're going to use it for charity and you don't use it for charity. I kind of find that just pretty disgusting when it's all said and done. 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program, if you want to reach out to us. What do we have here? That guy got $375 for the gloves. Well, hey, man, that's if you're a Vikings fan, it might mean something to you. Like Orande's catch against the Raiders. Maybe that one-handed catch in the middle of the field. See, I'm not on drugs. I remember it. What's it called? Maybe you tell me a Dolph fan may not want to buy those gloves, which those gloves are in the Hall of Fame. But anyway, you may not want to buy those gloves for $300, $400, $500. I can see that happening for sure. A big moment in Dolphin history like that, sure. Let's see what else do we have here. $375 ain't worth your job or your reputation. Edward Bonaventure, sir, is it Bonaventure or Boventre? Boventre. You are 1,000% right, man. $375. Come on, man. Dougie Fresh says, I once got removed from a concert because I was air guitaring and people complained. Apparently, I was blocking their view. Worst concert event or ever. 2 hours of watching Sting having a handsome attack. Well, wait a minute. You're air guitaring to Sting? I might be worried a little bit about you, Dougie Fresh. You got an air guitar to Van Halen. You got an air guitar to the Scorpions, Judas Priest, maybe a little Jimi Hendrix, a little AC/DC, Guns N' Roses. I can see air guitars to that. I can even see you air guitaring in the middle of the solo for Hotel California. But you were air guitaring for Sting? I don't know, man. I don't know, Dougie Fresh. I'm worried about you. I think you were partaking in some of that extra activity there. That the Maniac, what's the name of that guy's name? The Maniac, what is it? The Raging Dolphin Maniac. There you go. I think Dougie Fresh. And Dougie Fresh goes, good point. I should have been removed. Yes. I mean, I can't see myself air guitaring to an Englishman in New York. It just doesn't fly. I don't know. That's kind of weird, Dougie Fresh. Air guitaring to Sting. Wow, that's odd, Dougie Fresh. That is really, really odd. I got to tell you. Wow, that's a different thing right there. 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the program, that's 786-322-1105. If you want to get in on the show. Did you guys see the brawl for the Venezuelan baseball team, the Venezuelan league? That was crazy, dude. if you haven't seen it, you need to go to YouTube right away and just put Venezuelan baseball brawl last night. And they had the highlights on ESPN. And I got to tell you something. First of all, the pitcher throws inside on the batter, right? And I don't know what happened between the catcher and the pitcher, but then the catcher and the batter loses his mind and starts hitting the catcher with the bat. Okay, now, mind you, it's the pitcher that threw at him, not the catcher.
We got to state that he is a lefty.
Yes.
It's a left-handed batter.
Yes.
And he gets hit, like, basically in the buttocks.
Yes.
And when he spins around, he's got the bat in his hand, never looks at the pitcher. Never looks at the pitcher. Goes right after the catcher.
Yeah. It's like the weirdest exchange. I don't know if this was a TJ Warren thing that he must have said something to him and the batter went Jimmy Butler on his ass. I have no idea what went on there. Okay? But on ESPN, what I was tripping out being Hispanic, que yo puedo hablar español, you know, and roll las R's, right? We got, what is it, Elle Duncan and Antoinette Collins. So Antoinette Collins, just because her name is Collins, she must be married to somebody that's, you know, English or American or something like that. Or maybe that's her name. Who knows?
You could have grown up in Hialeah like me, man.
Yes.
And your third grade Spanish teacher at St. John's made you practice rolling your R's.
So here's Antoinette Collins describing the fight in the Venezuelan baseball game.
The Venezuelan Baseball League and a game between Águilas del Zulia and Caribes de Anzoátegui. Yes, that's pitcher Ángel Nesbit throwing behind Alec Romero. Romero responded by swinging his bat at catcher Gabrielino twice. Then Lino took off his glove, threw it at Romero, and by that point, both benches, as you see, cleared. Here's the thing, the teams are in the playoff series and there were previous issues to it, but, I mean, come on, look at that. You can't do that.
No, yeah, you're right, Elle. You can't do that. You can't do that. And by the way, am I one of the few? I think Elle Duncan's hot. She's cute and she's hot. I got to say, she's a good-looking girl. And Antoinette Collins, it was just funny watching them describe that, right? And just, going and trying to break everything down. But you watch the video. While not funny that it happened, it's hilarious to watch it because he's so mad at the catcher. Okay? But I do have to mention that I think Elle Duncan's kind of hot, man. I got to say. I have to say. I kind of like Elle Duncan.
There are some pretty
She's a smart ass, too. I like that.
Some pretty cute girls on ESPN.
Yes, they do have, yes, they do.
You know who's a cute?
They're not, they are definitely, the looks column is something that they need to fill a lot because they're a lot of the women that they have on now that they're putting on now. Yep. Most of them are all good looking. So
yeah, they are.
It seems like that's a requirement when they hire you. That okay,
prerequisite.
You got to know your stuff. Obviously, you got to be able to do the job, which all those women obviously can do the job. Elle knows her stuff and all that. But she can ad lib. She's kind of a smart ass. I like that. But I gotta say, I think she's also kind of cute, man. She's kind of cute. But again, that Venezuelan baseball. I mean, man, they got crazy. Big O, my goal is to have one awesome item per draft pick to give away during the broadcast at Tommy Rockers. So there you go. NorCal is taking it up to another level. Figures, right? NorCal's crazy ass would do something like that. And we will. We'll have a bunch of things. NorCal's coming up with stuff. I am too. We're going to come up with some stuff that we're going to give away.
That's 14 things, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but we'll come up with stuff. We'll have stuff also. We'll have Big O Show stuff out there also.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. Air guitar, a little Joe Walsh or Bob Seger. There we go. I got no problem with that. But Sting, an Englishman in New York, I can't do air guitar to that, bro. It just doesn't fly.
Synchronicity 3. When he's in the dump.
But you're still not air guitaring to the police. Not even the police.
Early police.
Right.
Senora Mendata.
Like Roxanne. No, man. The police is not air guitar material, bro.
You can play air drums.
You don't air guitar to Bob Marley. You don't there's just, you don't air guitar to, I don't know, son of a sailor, what's his name? Jimmy Buffett. There's just some things you just don't air guitar to. The Police and Sting, you're not air guitaring, bro. It's just not air guitar material.
You could play air drums. Stuart Copeland.
Yeah. Okay. But it's still not Run to the Hills, and it's not, Boston long play, four-play long time. It's not, it's not something that really brings the drums. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, Dougie Fresh, I got to say. It's weird. Big O, I heard that K. Hunt will be available as a free agent. I think it will come at a good price, and he's a stud. I think Flores can keep him in line. Do you think the Dolphins should sign him? No, I think they should draft somebody. Why pay free agent money to a guy that's a knucklehead? And Mark Walton didn't pay off. He couldn't keep Mark Walton in check. So why would you keep Kareem Hunt in check? I would not touch Kareem Hunt, man. That's where you walk the line of desperation and actually what you really need to do. And you've got 14 picks, like Bill just said. Just go draft a guy. That's all. That's all. No big deal. There are plenty of running backs that come into the draft every year, and they don't get taken in the first round. Lots of guys are successful running backs in the second, third, fourth, fifth rounds. So do that. That's what I would do. Save your money. Use your money on your own. Sign young free agents to long-term contracts that are quality people, not Kareem Hunt. You just went through the issue now with one running back, and it's fresh in people's minds because he's also a Miami guy. You don't need this bad pub right now. You don't need the Kareem Hunt thing. She sounds hot. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, women with Spanish-like accents, talking sports, it's a hot thing. I got to go with that. I think she's kind of hot, actually. She's like cute hot. That's the way I find her. Police play the air synthesizer. Nice. There you go. Okay. I like that. Edward says, I agree. You could get a running back all over the draft. I would draft one and concentrate on the trenches. Yes, that's what you need. Definitely the trenches. Oh, okay. NorCal's going, good cardio workout. Call Roxanne. When you hear the song Roxanne, you have to do jumping jacks the entire song. But every time he says Roxanne, you got to do a burpee. NorCal, you are a maniac with your burpees. But that's why you're in great shape and I'm not. Myron Sanchez at 420 says, would you like that guy to marry your daughter? So he's talking to the guy that wants Lamar in here. Dougie Fresh says, I admit I was tanked and I don't like Sting. I was in Operation Shutdown. That Sting concert stuck with you, man. Damn. I saw Sting once. I've seen Sting several times, but one time I saw him at your place, Bill. I saw him at Tampa Stadium, home of your Tampa Yankees. And I saw Natalie Merchant open up for him. So that was actually a really good show. No air guitar for Natalie Merchant or for Sting, just so you'll know. Okay?
I got one.
What do you got?
Sade.
I've never seen her.
Sade, air guitar.
There
Air guitar, Sade.
Sade, yes. Smooth operator. Can't wait. All right, so let me ask you something. Give me a weird food habit that you have.
You know, it happened by accident. Steak and eggs.
That's not weird.
No, but A1 sauce. And then now,
still
like
not
if
weird.
I get an omelet, and it's got ham and sausage and all the stuff in it, I'll put A1 sauce on my omelet.
Oh, okay, because of
the
that.
accidental stabbing with the steak, and it got kind of melded together, and it's like, wow, that's actually pretty good.
Okay, but that doesn't.
I don't do it all the time, but
Okay,
for
but
a little
that's-
change up,
Okay, that's
A1 sauce on my omelet.
that's different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it weird. That actually sounds good.
It actually, give it a try. The more stuff you got in the omelet, the better it is.
You know,
It is actually pretty good.
I'd like to try that one day when you make it. What's it called? Weird. That's not weird. Weird is like my thing. I like toast and butter, and I put sugar on top of it.
When we were kids, we used to have butter and sugar sandwiches.
Right.
We were little kids.
All right, but do you do
And
that?
you didn't
Do
even
toast?
have to toast.
Do
You
you
didn't even have
toast?
to toast it.
But I do toast it. You toast the bread. You put butter, and that's it. That's where everybody stops. I sprinkle sugar on it, and then I eat it.
Well,
Which is weird for people.
we
Most
did
people
we did the
don't do
butter
it.
sugar sandwich somewhere like in 4th or 5th grade. You're done with that. We're talking little kid.
I've seen that. I never did the butter, the bread sugar sandwich, not butter sugar.
Butter, and then you put sugar, and it's between two pieces of white bread.
Wow,
When
no,
we
I
were
never
kids,
did that.
when we were little. I'm
Yeah,
talking little.
okay, but I never did that. But I'm saying something that you would do now, something that's weird that you would do now. What is it? What would be? Send it in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line. What would be a weird food habit that you have? And those of you that are watching right now on YouTube, give me a weird food habit that you have that would disgust others, that would go, wow, that's weird. You can't do that. Gene Simmons, okay? Everybody knows Gene Simmons from Kiss. And just a little heads up there, Dougie Fresh, Kiss, worthy of air guitar, okay? Anyway, here we go. Gene Simmons, on New Year's Day, Gene Simmons took to Twitter to share a photo of his breakfast, which fuses two types of cereals, chocolate hoops and frosted wheats. That's not weird. However, Gene's post swiftly erupted and went viral due to the fact that he also had ice cubes in his milk to make it extra cold. And then he put out, anyone else put ice cubes in their cereal? The Demon's incredulous son, Nick, even responded to the post writing, 30 years. 30 years watching him do this. This is my life. Now, in response to the story that everyone's lips, celebrity gossip TMZ has ambushed Gene on the streets of Los Angeles and asked him about his breakfast habits. Explaining where the idea came from, Gene says, I was effing having cereal for breakfast. And my daughter, who's always snooping around, we were up in Canada. She asked me, Dad, what are you doing? I said, what am I doing? I'm having a G-damn cereal. That's what I'm doing. But, Dad, you're putting ice cubes in the cereal. I said, well, yeah. Who wants lukewarm milk with your cereal? Asked about the furor that's caused by his breakfast habits on the internet, Gene added, that makes a lot of sense because Kim Jong-un and the rest of the world and Mr. Putin and all the rest, that's not controversy. What I had for breakfast, well, there's ice or not, it's earth-shaking, which is kind of funny. It is weird that you would put ice cubes in your milk because then the ice cubes melt and then it waters down your milk.
Thank you.
Which is then disgusting because then you're drinking watery milk with cereal. And that's gross. Now, we're talking about a guy that spits blood on every concert and just walks around like have you ever watched Gene after he's done spitting out the blood? It's not like he's cleaning it up. It's all over his base. It's all like saliva and all that, and it's all over his stuff. So,
he wears it like a badge of honor.
Yeah. Right. I mean, think about where that tongue has been. You know, it's kind of like that airplane scene. Take that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been. You don't know where that tongue's been. In a weird place.
Why wouldn't, if you're going to do that, why don't you just freeze the milk?
Yeah, why don't you just have really cold milk? And you don't have to worry about lukewarm milk.
Get like where there's little icy chunkies in the milk and take it out right there from the freezer and just a little bit of, you know what I mean?
Okay. Which I don't want my cereal in that either.
No. Water and cereal do
No,
not go.
they don't mix.
We had kids in the neighborhood
It's
that
disgusting.
would do that, and it was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, you knew somebody that did that?
Yes, in the neighborhood. It was like, man,
I've
what's
never,
wrong with
I've
you?
never seen that in my life. I would never do that ever. Ice cream. Now, wait a minute. I mean, I'm picking on them or him for that, and I do the stupid, toasted bread, butter, and sugar, right? So, it's hard for me to really pick on anybody out there overall because obviously I do my share of stupid things. But if you have a weird food habit, share it with us here on the YouTube chat board or on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, which is 786-322-1105. One guy says, Claypool has been playing with Sean Lennon for years now. Sean Lennon's solo material, 3 albums are amazing. Okay. Yeah. Isn't it, it's called like Les Claypool something, the band that they have. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't really know too much of the music, but I've heard of it.
You know who's somebody that doesn't get mentioned a lot, and for a while there he was real hot, and I've never seen him. Joe Satriani, man.
Oh yeah, you've never seen Joe Satriani?
I would love to see Satriani.
G-Force has come down. We'll come down when he's coming.
Yeah, he's one of the guitar.
Like every year he's coming now.
Gotta see that guy, man.
Yeah. Every year he's been coming. Let's see, what do we have here on the accidentlawfirm.com text line? A sauce is not good, but once you start eating it, it becomes addictive. Big O, I once played air violin to a Whitesnake song. Is that weird? What Whitesnake song were you playing air violin to is the question. Here I go again. I get it. You want to win a football game no matter what. Oh, Myron going to 420. Okay. On the hunt thing. Let's see. Ty from the Bronx, Big O. No time for women in my life. Big O only. Dolphins, Canes, football, and Big O. No, well, you got to make some time for the women's there, man. You got to do that. You'll go crazy. But they'll drive you crazy too. Do you think that? Oh no, 420 is going to Myron here. You guys are exchanging with each other. Edward says Gene Simmons is awesome. Let's see. Oh, John Rouse says same thing as 1 or 2% milk. Oh yeah, because it's kind of watered down. You're right. Yeah, that milk is kind of watered down. It doesn't taste the same. You know what's pretty good with cereal?
It gets that bluish tinge, and it's like, what the hell? Milk is blue.
Yeah,
what are we in Star Wars? Get some blue milk, Luke.
Yeah, you need real milk for. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Good old-fashioned vitamin D, red-labeled, fatty milk.
John Ross says ketchup on salad, baby. Holy crap! Really, John? Wow.
You know what's weird that I've seen people do?
What's that?
Ketchup on cottage cheese.
Ooh.
Which, yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't like cottage cheese as it is, and then you throw ketchup in there. That's just, I'm throwing up like right away. Dan Marino put Tabasco on his pizza as the commercial said. You know what? I've seen that a lot in my life. The Tabasco on the pizza is not as weird as you may think it is. That's a lot. I don't do it, but I kind of understand it. Because it's just spiciness on a pizza. So you can have like spicy things on pizza. People have jalapenos all the time. So yeah, I can see that. My kids dip their pizza in balsamic vinegar. You know what? That's different. That sounds like it works. I've never tried that in my life. But that actually, right? Doesn't that sound like pizza dipped into balsamic vinegar? That,
if it's got the right toppings, it definitely sounds workable.
A little like a pepperoni?
Yes.
Right?
You know what I was thinking? A chicken spinach.
Okay.
Tomato, onion, and dipping that.
Yeah.
That would be all right.
I would call that weird or like different, but I wouldn't call that like gross. Like what I do is probably gross to most of you. toast, butter, and sugar. It's probably disgusting to most of you, and I understand.
If there's kids riding in the car and hearing this, you gave them a great idea. They get to have some sugar.
Yeah, no, maybe. I might inspire some of you out there to actually try that. I doubt it, but, you it is what it is. But, yeah, that's kind of that's a weird thing right there. And he just lit the world on fire with that one. It's crazy, right?
What, they're sparking up before 420?
Maybe. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Speaking of sparking hot, because when you light it up, it's hot, right? Do you know who Wanda Nara is? I gave you yesterday Mrs. Deck, right? Santia Deck from the World Football League Association.
Man, those eyes.
Everything. She's got the whole package. Okay? She is definitely the whole package. All right? Now, this woman, Wanda Nara, I want you to look it up. Wanda Nara, Nara. She is the wife of soccer player Mauro Icardi. But not only is she the wife of Mauro, she's also the agent. So she has put up nude photos of her in her IG account because she does it so she can make her, let's say, her fans happy. All right? So she put one up of her in the shower. I don't know how much you can see of that right there. Okay? And she's smoking.
Too much reflection. Try that again.
She's smoking hot. I mean, just smoking hot. But it's just kind of weird. Okay, she's an agent. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, she's an agent.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, well, she's a soccer star's wife. I mean, these guys, they usually have smoking wives.
$2 billion dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Now, but she's also an agent. So this is a woman that is, I mean, she's in the professional world. And she's putting up all kinds of, like, sexy pictures of herself.
Little freaky deaky.
Yeah, man. And how is, like, the dude must be, like, super comfortable with himself that his girl can just post those kind of pictures. And now, maybe there's a part of him that says, hey, you know what? She's showing off what I scored. So everybody else has to, be jealous of what I have every day in the bed. I got it, man. She is smoking hot. Wanda Nara, wife of soccer star Mauro Icardi, and she's got an IG account. You can look it up there because the pictures are probably there. And she likes to have fun. And she likes to enlighten her fans and pick them up, in other words. That's what she does with these photos. She says, I'll tell you the truth. I don't pay attention to quantity, but to quality. With my sexy photos, I give a funny moment to many people, especially in moments they are not very happy. I can understand why you're happy after you watch those photos. Many tell me in the comments, and they are very nice to me. Which I kind of have a hard time believing that they're all going to be nice. Although, then again, men are so sick and twisted that they try to be nice so they can get the woman to be nice to them. And once the woman just says hi, they think the woman wants to sleep with them right away. And the woman's just being nice, saying hi, like, hi, jerk, get out of the way, leave me alone, you're a sicko, whatever. Okay? What can I tell you? But there you go. Wanda Nara. There's some talent there with Wanda Nara. Just a little bit of talent. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
She's got to be an absolute freak.
Yeah, I would have to go with freak in bed. Yes.
Wait a minute. There's no more glare. Is that her?
Yes, that's her.
Holy
I just showed that
what?
one. Yeah.
Oh, I saw what they saw. They saw reflection. They didn't see that.
No?
No, you would have gotten a big, huge response.
Look.
Oh, there it is.
Ah, you see?
Oh, yep, you can see that.
Yeah, you can see it. Nice and
Holy
clear,
man,
bro.
my.
See? People are,
Happy, mean thoughts in
There
the
you go.
nicest way.
Hey, what
in
can
the
I tell you?
nicest way.
I am a facilitator of fun. Remember that. That's what my job in life is to facilitate fun to folks out there. And that's what we try to do here on the show. So we bring you Wanda Nara today. Yesterday it was Santia Dek. Wanda Nara or Santia Dek? Who's hotter? Wanda Nara?
I want to be
Santia
the meat
Dek.
in that sandwich.
Yes. There you go. For those of you that didn't see Santia, well, then you're going to have to go back to yesterday's show or just look it up, Santia Dek, and you'll get to see what we were talking about yesterday. Fitzmagic strikes me as someone who has weird foot fetishes. Well, because why? Does he hang out with Rex Ryan? Is that what it is? All of the Nara photos are on Reddit. I'm looking at them now with some Sting playing in the background. That's what Dougie Fresh says. Oh, just Google her, Big O. Okay, if I had that to be with, Big O, this draft wouldn't matter to me at all. Yeah, no, I'm sure the draft wouldn't matter. Dougie Fresh goes, I'm Mexican and I eat chili penguins on my pizza. What's chili penguins? What is that? Either he's super comfortable or tapping everything he sees and doesn't care. I'm going to go with the latter. He's probably tapped. He's a soccer star, man. After the game, they're on the road. You know how many babes are waiting for these kind of guys? Are you kidding me? So I can see where that would be the case. No doubt about that. So I'll go with the latter on there. All right, let's take a quick break here on the program, and we'll come back for the final segment. If you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, it's 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105.
I think he's a young.
This is the Big O Show.
All right, welcome back. We take you till this segment here. Out at Toyota of Hollywood, 1841 North State Road 7, just a couple blocks south of that ginormous, beautiful guitar out there, which is a beautiful thing. All right, let's, you know what we got to do? We got to give you our picks. Yesterday, we struggled big time, bro. Yesterday, it was all gravy with the Heat game. We told you take the Heat +1 and go over 211. And obviously, Miami won 122-108, so they went way over the 211. Miami won 122-108, so they didn't even need the point as it is. And then, feeling good. But then after that, I was feeling bad. I told you Boston -6. Kemba gets ejected. They lose 129-114. Rockets -8. They win by 7, 122-115. Pelicans and Bulls. I told you Bulls +4. They played like crap. Pelicans routed them 123-108. I loved the Dallas-Denver over 220. And let me tell you something. We had 19 points left at the 5:47 mark. They only needed 19 points at the 5:47 mark between those two teams. If they scored 19, we would have gone over the 220. They must have scored 6 or 7 or 8 points, I think, the rest of the way. I don't know what the hell happened. They started missing every shot possible. At the 5:47 mark, when we got to that point, because they were on a killer pace to get to over 220, right? And I thought for sure that they would go over the 220. At that 5:47 mark, I'm like, oh, this is icing on the cake, bro. We're going to get this done. Everything that could possibly go wrong after that Heat win, and those two bets, everything went downhill. We went 2-4. So we're now 32-30 on the season, barely over 500, folks. What can I tell you? I'm sorry. I apologize if you lost your house yesterday. So we are now going to break down, and we are going to go with the games for tonight. Now, this is a light slate in the NBA today. There's only 4 games on the NBA slate. Your beloved Miami Heat, by the way, are off tonight. They will take on Brooklyn on Friday. First of all, let's start off with John Beilein and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll see what these slugs do today. Detroit is favored by 7. The over and under is 220.5 in this game. Cleveland's a terrible basketball team. I told you they've lost 5 in a row. They've won 10 games overall on the season. Detroit is playing. They're not a good team, but they're playing better than Cleveland. The question is, do we lay the 7? I am going to lay the 7 here. I am going to go Pistons -7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm going to go with the under. And the over and under is 220.5. I think Detroit will play enough defense to kind of limit things and keep it under 220.5. I don't like to play a lot of unders in basketball, but this is one that I really do like here. So I'm going to go with those 2 bets here. Philadelphia. Boston lost Kemba Walker yesterday. They should be pissed. Kemba should be fresh. They can shoot. Philadelphia has been having issues, but they're only favored by 2 points. So the question is, what direction do we go here in this one? Over and under is 216. I got to tell you something. I like Boston in this one. I think they're going to bounce back. They're going to be pissed from last night. They're going to get a fresh Kemba Walker. He's probably going to shoot lights out. And I'm going to take Boston +2 in this game. So ride it out, baby. Boston +2. Portland. Yes, Carmelo Anthony, Hassan Whiteside are favored by 1.5 on the road in Minnesota. They're just coming off a win as it is. The fact that they won and actually won on the road was impressive for Portland the other night. I think they beat Toronto. I want to say either 2 nights ago. I think they beat Toronto. Portland favored 1.5 on the road. Minnesota over and under 224. I got to tell you something. I cannot touch this game because both teams are bad. Both teams are unpredictable. They're inconsistent. They don't play great defense. A lot of questionable characters in this game. I'm staying away from it. Houston -4 at OKC. The over and under is 226.5. Chris Paul. Is he going to get a little revenge? OKC's been playing better basketball as of late. They do give a crap about defense. I'm going to go OKC +4 in this game at home against the Rockets. How about that? So here are my 4 bets tonight in the NBA. I got the under 220.5 Cleveland. I've got Detroit -7 against Cleveland. I got Boston +2 against Philadelphia on the road. And I've got OKC +4 at home as a dog there at OKC. Those are my selections in the association. All right, we got to thank Cyrus Wittig for joining us on the program, the man that took the Waffle House Challenge. We thank, of course, Bob Roller, the executive director of the East-West Shrine Game. Brian Edwards from BrianEdwardsSports.com, MajorWager.com for our Hialeah Park Sports Investment segment. We thank, of course, Bill, as always, excellent work by you, sir.
We thank that soccer player's wife for taking pictures of herself in the bathroom.
Wanda Nara.
Not in the bathroom, in the shower. What a nice girl.
Very kind of her to share her wares with us.
She wants to. She likes it. She wants to make us happy.
We thank John Cassio also. Great work by him. We thank all of you out there for tuning in, listening, downloading. Remember, you can always reach out to us anytime you're listening on the podcast on the accidentlawfirm.com text line. We thank, of course, Steve Ostrov, Herbie, Eddie, all the phenomenal people out here at Toyota of Hollywood, always making it nice and easy for us to broadcast. Remember, we're out here every Thursday broadcasting live from 11 till about 3, right around there.
Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to go to YouTube, give us the thumbs up, subscribe.
Subscribe, Big O Radio Show.
We need your help.
Subscribe at Big O Radio Show on YouTube and on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, and SoundCloud. Be good out there.